It's all true. The boogeyman is real, and you found him.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you will ever listen to. We are the creators of the Spooky Pit, the innovators of the Passion Bump, and we take you down the darkest rabbit holes of all things horror.
Welcome, spooky bitches. We review horror movies and fucking with comedy. We are your final bros, Brian Hotboy LaGrasta and Shane Crawdad Smith, and we are joined by our Scream Queen, Jen, the producer.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Jennifer. I don't think I've ever called you that before.
No one,
very weird.
No one calls me Jennifer unless it's my mom and I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you get the whole name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like Shane Patrick Smith, you get your ass.
I don't think anyone's ever called me by my full name like that.
I just did.
Well, you were first.
Wait, what's your full name, Brian?
Oh, boy. Okay, I'll do it. But I'm not like super happy about my middle name. It's very strange.
Okay.
Brian Raphael LaGrasta.
Wow, your parents went real old school with that.
Are we counting confirmation name too, or just?
No, we weren't counting that.
Okay.
No. My parents count my confirmation name.
What's your confirmation name?
Teresa, like Mother Teresa. So the year my little sister got confirmation was the year the first Native American saint was, what do they call that when they like make someone a new saint?
I'm actually not sure.
I don't know. A Native American woman got like her sainthood. So it's cool that she got to use that saint, but the saint's name is really long. Her name is Kateri, and the full name is Kateri Tekakwitha.
Tekakwitha?
Yeah, but the first name's Kateri.
I like that name.
Yeah, Kateri's good. I probably can't say the last name.
My full name would be Jennifer Lee Teresa Bell.
Yeah, my middle name is Raphael or Ralph.
Ralph.
And
Ralph.
My confirmation name would be Aaron. So Brian Raphael Aaron LaGrasta.
Nice.
My name.
Very nice.
I would love like a baby named Ralph. Like, I don't know why calling like
Ralphie.
like a little baby Ralph. Sounds so cute.
I don't like it sounds weird though, because when I hear the name, I immediately think of that Christmas movie.
Christmas Story.
Oh, that's right. His name was
somebody
Ralphie.
vomiting.
Yeah.
Somebody Ralphing.
Yeah.
Ew. That sounds gross.
Rob Zombie's first movie.
Yep, his directorial debut.
03.
Yeah.
And he couldn't resist putting himself in it because I won't remember what scenes they're in. They're in quite a few scenes, but the missing children's posters, like there's a couple, like 5 missing cheerleaders in the movie, but there's a bunch of missing children's posters, like kind of scattered throughout the whole movie up till like when we get into the shit. But it's him and his brother are on the missing posters.
You know who his brother is?
No, who's his brother?
The lead singer of Power Man 5000.
Never knew that.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, what the hell? Because you're right. They're the two of the missing children on that.
This is what it's like when worlds collide.
There it is, Shane. No, this movie definitely coincided, I think, with the release of one of his albums. Because I know that he has a song called House of a Thousand Corpses.
Let me guess. It's because you own the album.
I did own the album. Yes, Shane. I did own it. I don't know if it's the same album, because remember he had like Never Gonna Stop and like all of those like hits that were like WWE.
Yeah, Edge's theme song. Never gonna stop, man. Never gonna stop.
Yeah.
All right, let's stop.
Probably not surprising that like he's the most critical of this movie since it was his first movie, and like now he says that when he looks back and he watches it, all he sees is flaws. And I'm like, well, of course, it was your first movie, but it's also like probably my favorite Rob Zombie movie.
Jen, really?
I just have good memories of the movie.
Okay.
Like from watching it, like I think that I feel very nostalgic about this movie, and I enjoyed it just as much as the first time I watched it again.
You know what's actually sick that I just thought of? Now that Jen said it's her favorite Rob Zombie movie. It's probably my second favorite Rob Zombie movie.
Well, his movies are horrible.
Yeah.
Well, like, okay, so I shouldn't say that. It's very cruel, but it's kind of true. Because, like, I'm thinking about it. Obviously, the pinnacle movie that he's ever made is Devil's Rejects. It's not
Great
really.
movie.
That's like, people will say, like, that's like a top 10 for them. Like, they love that movie.
It's not a top 10 for me, but it is a great
Me
movie.
neither.
I
yeah.
have to rewatch it because, like, most of the time I watch movies and then I forget them unless I want to watch them again. And I watched this movie with, like, an old friend. It was the friend that like as a kid, we used to watch all these insane horror movies together. And you guys know, like most of the time, I don't even remember the names of the movie. The scene that actually stuck with me from this movie is I was like, I wonder if this is the same movie as like this scene that I'm thinking of. The scene in like the mid to end where they open the shed and like there's all the girls in there. Yeah. I distinctly remembered just that scene from this movie along with the clown, but I couldn't remember before rewatching it if like they were in the same movie. I'm positive there's like, I remember one scene from all of his other movies and just don't remember which ones they are, but I'll probably enjoy them just as much from when I watch them.
Yeah, so for me, this is like, I definitely was not bored. I was entertained through this movie.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't think it was a good movie.
Yeah, tons of stuff. And like, I'm sure Rob Zombie's just as critical as you're going to be because he looks at this and all he sees is flaws.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I look at all of his movies. That's what I want to go into. Like we said, Devil's Rejects is his best. Then I was saying this is second best. His Halloween remake is passable.
Probably his third best.
Yeah. The second one, horrible. Halloween 2, is horrible. Lords of Salem, horrible.
31.
Yeah, I didn't like Lords of Salem.
Horrible.
I still got to watch three from Hell.
3 from Hell, which is the third of this.
Remember if I watched that.
Lords of Salem, though, was by far the worst.
You think so? Really?
I think so.
You think it's worse than 31?
At least 31 had Doomhead.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy was like generally like creepy, and he was a very good monologuer.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's enough Rob Zombie talk. Let's jump into the spooky pit.
Sure. Spooky pit. You know that we have a fucking spooky pit? Okay. House of 1,000 Corpses is fucking kind of crazy. Young couples travel through the speedy, fucking seedy side roads of Texas, hearing the tales of Dr. Satan, and end up as the unfortunate guest of a psychotic family of killers. This movie was released in 2003, directed by Rob Zombie, and it stars some legends, actually. Sid Haig as Captain Spaulding, Bill Moseley as Otis Driftwood, Karen Black as Mother Firefly, Sherry Moon as Baby Firefly, Erin Daniels as Denise Willis, Rainn Wilson as Bill Hudley, Chris Hardwick as Jerry Goldsmith, and Jennifer Johnson as Mary Knowles.
Do you know you can visit the house too?
Oh, really? Where is it? Is it actually in Texas?
No. So this was the same house that they used for the best little whorehouse in Texas, 1982. And it actually is on Universal Studios, and you can actually see it on the studio's tram ride. But when they were filming this movie, they didn't stop the tram ride. So they had to like stop takes to let the trams go and then restart stuff.
Interesting.
I know. It's like Universal was like, yeah, we're not stopping just so you can film a movie. We are getting every penny out of this.
When Rob Zombie made this movie, I feel like he felt like me when I first started learning editing and was like, oh my God, you could change the color and filters of certain scenes. And he ran with it.
He loves filters. Loves them.
Yeah.
You know what he also loves? Dr. Wolfenstein.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to open up and we see his TV show. From that, we cut to Captain Spaulding, and he's talking about his museum of monsters and madmen.
Yeah.
And fried chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yo, this guy was my favorite in the whole movie.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
He is awesome. You can come down there, visit the museum, go on the monster ride, and just taste some of that fabulous side road chicken.
Honestly, I just want to be his friend. Like, I don't really care how batshit crazy he is. If I can just like sit on the sidelines forever and just be his friend, I'd be happy.
I'm going to ask the tough question.
Go for it.
Is his chicken good?
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if who cooks it because he just pulls it out of the drawer and gives it to him. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's draw chicken. Like
no, but you gotta cook it. Like he said, there's a specific time of the day that you cook the chicken. If he wants to eat the raw chicken, that's fine. But he's gonna cook it before he gives it to anyone.
I wonder if it's like one of those like hole in the wall places where you go and just like you don't expect anything to be good, but it's really good.
That's why I was asking. I was just curious everyone's opinion.
I would eat buckets of his chicken because I'm assuming that he's using an old family recipe and he decided to sell it, and it probably tastes amazing.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. So we're in Captain Spaulding's area. He's talking to this guy, Stucky.
That's his name? The old guy?
Yeah, I believe it's Stucky or something like that. We see he has this naked woman photograph, and he's saying, I can't sell it. My name's on it. I'm pretty sure it says Stucky on it. Then they start talking about this guy who is mentally challenged and how he likes to stick pencils in his eye, and he got a doll stuck in his ass.
Yeah, the eye thing was freaking out. He was going in very descriptive detail. He was like putting something in his eye. And
But he
moving
also
his
said
eye
he doesn't stick it fully in his eye; that he just kind of turns it to the side.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a Planet of the Apes doll, I think, that was stuck in his ass. That's all the information you really need to know about that.
Yeah, they're just shooting the shit.
Opening dialogue, yeah.
This is a cool scene, though.
It is.
One of my favorite scenes in the movie, actually.
Because then Stucky goes to the bathroom when two masked men come barging in to rob Captain Spaulding.
Yeah, and one guy has a gun. He puts it up to Captain Spaulding, and the other guy is just kind of like hanging around, kind of casing it. But then, like, Stucky he actually brings Stucky out of the bathroom, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And Stucky just kind of, like, rips him a new one.
Roast this guy.
The subtle roast. He basically said, like, you're the kid that everybody picked on.
Yeah.
In school.
Little Dick Wick.
Little Dicky Wick.
These two are just like complete savages, and you can't threaten them.
Oh my God, you cannot fuck with Captain Spaulding and Stucky.
Well, no, when the gunman has his gun to Captain Spaulding's head, he's like, I'm going to shoot you. And then he's like, I'm going to give you to the count of 10. He's like, 1. He's like, fuck your mom. 2, fuck your sister. 3, fuck your grandma.
Amazing. I love it. It's so funny.
I just love how unfuckwithable both of these characters are. And Stucky, he seems like such an average Joe who's just shooting the shit with his weird friend. But you're right. He is just the best roast.
Yeah, and even though the gunman shoots the ceiling, it just looks like he's sweating and he has no desire to shoot him. Like, yeah. So what eventually happens is you get this like crazed man with a mask that just barges in through the store. I think he just hits the main gunman in the back
with an axe.
With an axe, yeah, and just takes him down.
Spaulding then shoots the other gunman in the head.
Right in the head.
Yep.
And then Spaulding walks up to the man who's been axed, and he shoots him. He says, most importantly, fuck you, and shoots him 4 times in the head.
Yep, and that's going to actually draw the opening credits of the movie.
Which is a Rob Zombie music video.
And it's basically, yeah, it's just weird, again, weird old style sepia filters with like this Microsoft Paint looking red type as the credits.
I feel like we are watching the intro to Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
That's how I felt the whole entire movie. Like, this is what it literally like, I felt like.
For those of you who don't know, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is an old 3DO video game. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'd also recommend checking out the YouTube video that Angry Video Game Nerd does on it, because you'll get the full ensemble of why that game is just the way it is.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So from this, we cut to a car filled with 4 people. We only see 2 of them right now. I believe the 2 girls are like laying down in the back.
Yeah, you don't see them at first.
So you see 2 men. They're Bill and Jerry. Bill is, as Brian said, played by Rainn Wilson. Jerry is played by Chris Hardwick. And this is where we learn that Chris Hardwick has not only not been funny on The Walking Dead talking show, he was not funny even before that in this movie.
Yeah, this guy never should have pursued a career in comedy. I actually don't know how he gets cast for things. He's so horribly unfunny.
I know.
But Rainn Wilson is just gold, as he always is. He's super funny. You see elements of Dwight Schrute, even in the very beginning.
I was about to say, when did Dwight Schrute enter?
Yeah. You see it. Like, even when he's having like this initial conversation with Captain Spaulding when he walks in there, and he's talking to him about like how like he's trying to like talk about like roadside attractions. He's like, if you did go to roadside attractions, you know, that's what we're looking for. And he's like, well, I don't go to roadside attractions.
But
he's
suppose you do.
But if you did, he's like, son, but don't go to roadside attractions. Like, I love Captain Spaulding though too, because he's like setting like the creepy president. He's like, son, like, stop asking these questions. But in a joking way.
Yeah, because he even says, he's like, son, I got to ask you why you asking all these jackassy questions.
And then he gets out from behind the counter and he puts an arm on him. And right there, I think, if I'm not mistaken, a hand on somebody and threat is technically assault.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
But then he like pulls back and makes it a joke.
Yeah, well, he's a clown.
He is a clown. It's just a jest.
Yeah. It was a ruse.
Because he goes like, oh, you think we're just simpletons down here? You think because you come in here and because we're like from the South, you can just make jokes about us? He's like, oh, I'm just kidding, just messing around. He's scared. Freaking, I'm going to call him Dwight Schrute this whole episode. His name's Bill. Yeah. Bill's already calling. He's like, Jerry, get the car, Jerry.
I love how he's panicking.
He's freaking out. He's like, I'm just kidding, son.
I also feel like if these people didn't specifically ask for directions to Dr. Satan's tree, they probably would have just been left alone. Like, I don't really think he had any intention for them.
I actually kind of agree with that. So let's get into that. Captain Spaulding at this place has a murder ride,
Which I wish I could go on.
So Jerry, Bill, and the two girls that are Mary
and Denise. Jerry brings them inside.
Yes,
they want to go on the murder ride.
Yes, they're the girlfriends of these guys. They go on the murder ride, and the first guy up that you see is Albert Fish.
Personal favorite.
Yes, he was one of the earliest serial killer / cannibals. Mm-hmm. He was the guy who was into getting spanked with a nail paddle. He used to shove pins and needles in his groin.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah,
he was crazy. Children. Albert Fish literally would write a letter to the families of the girls that he took and be like, yeah, I took her. Like, he owned up to all of it. Like, it was not known that he was doing this.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's cannibal, right?
Yeah, he was.
Like, eat the
super
kids
known predator.
Then they show Ed Gein. We've explained Ed Gein, I think, a few times on here, so no need to go back into that.
If you don't know who Ed Gein is, what the fuck?
Fair.
Yeah, and very fair. Then we go to the main attraction, which is, I believe this isn't a real person. This is just for the movie's purpose, is Dr. Satan, real name, something else. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but it's Dr. Satan. He's a murderer, a torturer, but he's a master surgeon.
He's a master surgeon. And Captain Spaulding knows about where they can find Dr. Satan, or at least they can explore a lot of what Dr. Satan, like where he performed a lot of his gruesome activities.
Yes.
Not even mostly where they can find him, but they said like when Dr. Satan was like arrested or something, they like hung him or vigilante justice. They buried him in like a tree or something, and it was pretty much like a local known place where like the tree was. So they wanted to find the tree.
Yeah, and Spaulding says the tree's a stone's throw away from here. So he makes them a map, and they set sail to go find the tree. The one girl who I think is dating Jerry.
It's Denise.
Yes, Denise. She goes to the phone and phones her dad.
Very important.
Yes.
She gets
That's one of the ones where you see all the missing posters.
Yes. She phones her dad that they stopped at Captain Spaulding's and that she should be into his house tomorrow by 11 a.m.
Yeah, well, that's really important is because later on he's going to have to do some investigations because let's just say this trip to Dr. Satan's tree does not go according to plan, and they go missing for a little bit.
Yes, and as Jen pointed out, we also see posters that 5 cheerleaders have been missing in this area. I think we even hear a news bulletin at this point that like they were coming home from something and they never got home.
I just did a quick Google search because Dr. Satan, you're correct, was made up entirely like a fictional character. However, he is based on someone.
They always are.
They always are. He's based on Dr. Marcel Petoit. I think he was a German doctor, and who was charged with 27 murders, but he claimed to kill a total of 63 Germans and collaborators between 1940 and 1945, and he was found guilty of 27 murders and 99 other criminal charges. Oh. And he was sentenced to death by guillotine.
Nice. Classic.
You're charged with 27. He's like, I killed 70 people, you son of a bitch.
Get my number right.
Get it right.
Yeah, literally. Most of them are like that. Most of them are like, oh, I killed this many. Yet the only person who said that and was actually right was, Sam Little. That guy.
Okay.
He was like a mobile serial killer. He had like all these murders around the country.
He's not one I'm familiar with.
He isn't, but the only reason they figured out that he was a serial killer is because in his old age, when he was trying to like recover memories and stuff, he started journaling about it. It's good luck up if you're interested in a just insane serial killer who probably has close to 100.
We're about to step into 1,000 corpses. But before they get to the tree, they find a hitchhiker.
Yes, they do. And it's Sherry Moon, who you don't know right now. Her name is Baby Firefly.
She's pretty weird.
Pretty hot, but she's definitely like a perky little woman. Gets into the car, and as they drive, they get a flat tire. Problem is, that somebody shoots their tire.
Tire has been shot out, like Brian says.
Also her debut.
So Bill agrees to walk with. Does she refer to herself by Baby yet as her name?
Not yet, but eventually she will.
Yeah.
But he decides to go out into the rain because it's raining. She's like, oh, my brother can come and fix this. Get a tow truck. My house, we're like a quick walk away. So they just decide to go and walk. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. So he walks with her over to the house. Their brother's literally the guy we find out that shot the car.
Yeah. So it's all been big plan. When we get to the house, it seems safe.
How can you determine? Is it all the doll heads?
It's the doll heads and arms hanging on the front door.
And there's a ton of them.
Yeah. We also then cut to a man. We don't know who this man is, but he is giving a very nice speech to 3 cheerleaders.
Yeah, and this movie does a lot of like cutaways and a lot of like weird filtered foreshadowing or flashbacks.
I think it cuts to a lot of different storylines because I think the cheerleader thing is happening while this is going on.
Oh, sure. It's simultaneous.
Yeah.
But Brian means like the weird, like it goes into like this sepia tone like kind of filter where it's almost like they have a camera propped up and they're speaking to the camera.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it just actually that where they monologue for themselves in their own home, or is it just like a choice to like put the characters' thoughts out there?
Dude, it's strange because I'll give you an example. You get introduced to Baby, and there's like this gray filtered, like almost like film reel of her just like talking about how like she likes to kill people. It's like fucking strange.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is that like actually something she had filmed in real life, or is that just something for the audience to see to know she's crazy already?
That's a good question.
It's a weird choice.
I don't know. It just felt very intentional.
It was definitely intentional. It's just,
I don't know.
I guess I don't know. I'm not a film director. I just don't know if I agreed with the choice of doing it.
I just didn't think it told like a piece of their character. I just feel like we could have gotten that information
through the fact that she's batshit insane.
Yeah, that is my only thing. Like I get why he did it because it does convey certain messaging. It just like for me like threw off the flow of the movie a little bit.
Yeah. So we see the dolls hanging, like we said. We actually then cut back to the car where the 2 girls get scared, but it's just the tow truck driver there to tow the car.
Yeah, they're getting towed.
And now we cut back to the man who we don't know yet, who's like doing something to a cheerleader. It's kind of like quick cuts. It's not good.
He looks kind of like the vibe you're getting. Like, this guy's like some kind of weird cult leader.
Yes. Then we cut to Bill and the hitchhiker girl. And they're sitting on the couch. She's bringing them some hot cocoa with some marshmallows because you got to have marshmallows.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And we get a butt shot of her because her pants are kind of falling off. You were going to see her butt in every Rob Zombie movie ever made.
She's usually naked in his movies. But she's like really attractive in this movie.
She is.
Oh, she's hot.
Yeah, she's fucking hot, dude.
She is. There's no doubt about that.
Like as she ages, like I feel like she doesn't like age the best, but like
I haven't seen her since, so I can't I can't contribute to that.
She's not unattractive. It's just like she gets like 40-year-old woman skin, you know? It just gets
You mean
tight
wrinkles?
It wraps around her bones real tight. Yeah. But like here, like her skin is soft and ivory and supple.
So I actually was just looking up, and I don't know if you guys can confirm this. I was just curious because I hadn't thought about it till this moment. I was looking up if the Firefly family was related to Dr. Satan at all, but all I can find is that the Firefly family was a front for Dr. Satan.
That's fair. I thought there was a relation there too. Like that would have been.
Seemed like
that would have been my go. But they got to be like they're obviously linked to some degree.
Yeah. So that's all I could find is that the Firefly family is a front for him. So maybe like someone worked for him or something. I don't know. I thought they would be related in some way, shape, or form, but I can't seem to find it. So you may proceed.
I'm honestly not sure at all. Bill gets very uncomfortable with her, like
she's coming on
she's
to him.
just coming on to him.
Yeah.
He's not comfortable with it, and then the tow truck arrives and he's very happy to get out of this moment, and she is not happy.
Well, she's definitely weird with the dolls, and she's getting close to him, and he's got a girlfriend, and like it's weird, so he's just happy that they're here now, and he gets off the couch.
Yes. So then we cut to all of them sitting inside the house. Denise asks her a phone to call her dad, but they don't have a phone. Then we are introduced to Mama Firefly.
Yeah, she kind of comes out of nowhere and startles some people.
Yeah. She loves to hit on Jerry.
That's a fact. I would have loved to seen this happen.
Her and Jerry?
Oh my God, yeah. I would have loved it.
Oh, no.
I would have been here for it.
Yeah, right? I would have loved it. But yeah, she's hitting on him, and he's just like a little freaked out.
Baby comes back. We learn the hitchhiker's name is Baby, and she tells Mama Tiny is home.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, oh, can't like Tiny drive us? She starts laughing. He's like, Tiny don't have no car. Tiny don't even have a bicycle.
She does say it exactly like that. Mama Firefly is scary.
She's terrifying. And I like how they really like show like the teeth of these characters.
Yes.
And their teeth are all like rotted. And it's very interesting because their faces and their makeup is like done well. They're not like gross looking, but like their teeth are rotted.
Yeah, they do.
They're tacky on the outside and then rotten on the inside.
Yeah, like they're super, like their teeth are, I don't know about Baby, but all the other characters have gross fucking teeth.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. They do that really well with Captain Spaulding's character. I think because he has like the really white face paint and everything, it really sticks out how yellow and black in between his teeth are.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. All right, so Mama now invites them to dinner.
Yeah, and this is a dinner for the ages. They gather around the table. They're ready to eat some dinner.
They're singing campfire songs.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is where she tells the story of Tiny and how he was hideously burned
By his father, Earl.
by his father, Earl.
But
Yeah.
Earl didn't want to hurt anybody.
No, never.
He just wanted to pour gasoline on Tiny and light him on fire, but he wasn't trying to hurt him.
No.
But he was
And
a good
Tiny-
dad.
Salt of the earth, right?
Yeah, 100%. Dad of the year.
Yeah. And I think Tiny comes downstairs.
He does.
He's ginormous. He's also the guy from Big Fish.
Yes, he is.
I also
Oh.
pretty sure the poor guy, the actor, passed away shortly after this movie.
I think like 2 or 3 years after this movie came out.
Yeah, guy was amazing. So
He was great in Big
super
Fish.
sad. Amazing in Big Fish. One of my favorite movies, by the way. Just saying.
So we also meet Hugo, the grandpa.
Literally just classic old guy just shouting into nothingness.
Yeah. We learned that they can't eat their dessert unless they put on their masks.
Yeah, Mother Firefly is pretty big on putting on masks. It's just 'cause she's really big into the fanfare of Hallows Eve, and this is just like a tradition, I guess they do.
Yeah. Jerry then asked Mama Firefly about the legend of Dr. Satan. But as she says, I'm not going to tell you about that. Otis comes down.
Cue in Otis Driftwood to come downstairs holding Leroy, this little stillborn fetus.
Yeah, it's jar fetus.
Jar
It's good
fetus?
jar fetus.
Okay, yeah.
You don't
We
keep
like
a
a
jar
good-
fetus in your house?
We like a good
Well,
jar fetus.
I don't, but I would love to have one in the studio if we can get one in here.
That would be kind of awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really weird, but it's interesting. So like right now, okay, like this is the guy you notice that's been like in these like off segmented reels that he's showing throughout the story. This guy with the cheerleaders. This guy comes downstairs, this ghostly long white hair, almost like red eyes. He's pretty creepy, and they're like Mama Firefly is super happy to see little Leroy.
Kisses the fetus jar.
He basically tells them, he's like, if I were you guys, I wouldn't even ask any more about Dr. Satan.
Yeah.
Just kind of like take what you know as your happy story, what you think you know, and just go off of what you think Dr. Satan is.
Keep in your mind cute kitties and puppy dogs.
Yep. But they're adventurous souls.
Yeah.
They
So,
want to know more.
yeah. So he does, I think, tell them a little bit about him, but the clock strikes and it's showtime.
It's showtime. And boy, do they have a show planned, especially Papa Hugo.
Okay, so Papa Hugo's stand-up comedy routine is somewhere in between Dane Cook
Okay.
and Chris Rock.
It's fair. He'll like say something, it's not funny, and then yells so people can laugh.
Yeah,
Like I'm confused. Like,
that's why I was like Dane Cook, because like Dane Cook would never say anything funny, but he would move his arms in this way that people laughed at it.
yeah. So like I see where you're coming with that. Yeah. So like he would yell, and then people are compelled to laugh. But people, I mean, the only people that are really in the stands are the four of them and a bunch of made up puppets
Yeah,
and dolls.
yeah. Well,
That's-
Jerry's laughing. Like, I mean, these jokes are literally like "eat your mama's pussy," and Jerry is losing his mind. Like, this is the best comedy he's ever heard in his life.
That's true.
Yeah, Jerry could have joined that family.
I think he could have.
I find it so interesting that guy's name is Hugo, though, because this horror game at Dead of Night that I just finished, comedian that has like two personalities, and one of them is Hugo, and he's a murderous comedian.
Maybe they
I
based it
know.
off of this. It is
I
possible.
don't know. Maybe. I'll have to look it up, but it's an interesting game I'll have to tell you guys about later. I just thought that was a little interesting tidbit for myself.
Yeah, that is. Hugo is an interesting personality in general. He
Yeah.
just yells. He's present for a lot of the stuff that goes on, but he doesn't really do any killings himself.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He is just there for the ride.
He's there for the ride. He's just like old, almost probably senile dude.
Yeah. But then he says it's time for the main event. And the main event is Baby coming out dressed up in this long dress with all this makeup on and doing an old school dance.
I don't know what the fuck. Is this like some Mary Antoinette shit? Like what was this?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I tell you what, the audience, and by audience, I mean the two guys, are literally captivated by what she's doing. And I think the emotion is wrong. I was telling you earlier, like they should be confused, puzzled, because this is so out of the blue. Yet they look like they're fawning for this performance.
Yeah.
Because I would be confused and like upset.
I wasn't like I didn't take this as like being like, oh my God, this is the hottest thing ever.
No, because it wasn't.
No.
Boner check?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mega boner check on her earlier in the movie on the couch.
Yeah,
but
not
like,
here.
Not here. No.
Yeah, at this movie, like both of the guys looked like both their girlfriends had just got up and went to the bathroom during the show.
Yeah, seriously. They look like they were mesmerized. This is going to get interrupted because as she gets closer to Bill, Mary pushes her down, calls her a slut, tells her to get away from her boyfriend, and baby ain't taking that shit. She pulls out like a little shank, and she's like, I'll cut your fucking tits off.
Yeah, very aggressive
and
now.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what she says. So this is where things get a little heated because it's very tumultuous, but saved by the RJ because RJ busts in through the theater, and he's like, car's ready.
So they get in the car, and they start to head off, and then Bill's like, hold on, I have to open the gate. So he stops the car to get out. But there's all these like scarecrow things. They're not actually scarecrows because they have like a vampire mask or like a jack-o'-lantern mask on. But then you see they're real people. They get off. They beat up Bill. Jerry goes to help them. They beat up Jerry. You find out it's Otis and Tiny.
Yeah, and Otis is smashing the fucking windshield of the car. And they've knocked out Bill. They just fuck him up.
And then we could talk about it, Brad, because I know you hate this whole thing.
This scene is so fucking dumb. Like,
because
on so many levels.
Brian brought to my attention, which he's absolutely right. If they're just going to abduct them, why didn't they just do it when they were in the house?
Yeah.
Why this whole, okay, you can leave. I get that they are fucking with them, but it's just like they could just fuck with them in the house. This seems like a very unnecessary step to this.
Actually, it gives them a ton of more. Realistically speaking and logistically speaking, this gives the psychotic. I guess they're going for like this Texas Chainsaw Massacre type, like backwoodsy family in Texas. It gives them a lot more work because they fixed the car that they shot. They had to re-prep the car just for them to get in it, and then they destroy the car again, like Street Fighter style at the end of a level when you have to break a car. Like, get
the lead pipe, just smash the windows.
Yeah, like I'm like, dude, they had them in the house. They could just fucked with them in the house, like, or send them out. Like, why go through all the work of fixing the tire, fixing the car, just so you could break the car again? It just it really is a plot hole for me.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
I just figured they liked the cat and mouse part of the game a little too much.
Sure. Maybe a lot too much.
Yeah, a lot too much.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah.
We cut to the next day where the dad is calling the sheriff of that town, and he's saying, my daughter hasn't been home. She was last seen at Captain Spaulding's. Can you help me find her?
This is why it was important that she mentioned earlier that she called, because the only way she's been missing. She hasn't touched base with her father. Do you know the time period of this movie? Because they were using payphones.
I think it's the 70s.
Yeah, they were not using cell phones. They were using payphones. That makes sense because all the missing posters, they look very like old school style.
Mm-hmm.
And so exactly like you said, like, so he gets in touch with the sheriff. So now they're basically going to get in connection with two local law enforcement officers that are going to be kind of like tracking them or going out to this area around Captain Spaulding's where they were last told to look for him.
So this film actually does have a date, like when it takes place.
What is it?
October 30th, 1977. You were right. Because she calls her dad and they said they're celebrating Halloween before the actual night of Halloween since it falls on a school night. So that's why everyone was trick-or-treating sooner.
We see, I forgot which girl this is. Is this Mary that's in the chair?
I believe, yeah, because they do abduct them. I believe Mary is in the chair.
Okay, so Mary is...
Whoever Dwight Schrute's girlfriend is in the
that's
chair.
Mary. Okay,
cool.
So Mary is tied to a chair when Otis shows up. He says, I will take this gag off, but if you make any noises, I will make you eat your own intestines. Fair. Very fair.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Agreed.
She's like, where is Bill? Please tell me where Bill is.
And he's like, oh, you want to see Bill, do you?
So then we cut into this red filter where we see Bill kind of, if you listening have seen Game of Thrones and you know the thing that Theon Greyjoy was put on when he was getting kind of like flayed, that's what Bill is on, essentially. Yeah. It's like an X that he's hung on.
Good description.
He's also making this face.
Oh my God, yeah. His like lips. Oh my God. He's like extended.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's just not a very good scared face, but
and he's like cutting his face. Baby's watching as this is happening.
As they're listening to what was the song?
What was the music?
Fuck. It was at she's a brick house. And she's like dancing.
Yep.
As Otis is literally cutting his face, a couple of times cuts his chin, and then gets out a hatchet.
Yeah, it's a hatchet. Hatchet.
Cuts his arm off.
Cuts his arm off, and then like strokes his face with his own arm.
Yeah, sick stuff. We cut back to the present time, and he's like, "Okay, I'll show you Bill." And he pulls back the curtain, and he's like, "Fish Boy."
This is Fish Boy, and Fish Boy could be seen in earlier in the movie. We saw Fish Boy. I just don't remember where we saw him. It was it at the Captain Spaulding's place?
Yeah.
The museum. Yeah.
Yeah, his museum of all of his strange items.
So does Otis just model his people after the items in Spaulding's place?
I think so. I think so. And that's where right there, like you are linked. Like, okay, well, if you didn't know already, even though they sent them here, I think they're maybe connected in some
I
way.
wonder if every so often when that family gets new specimens and decides to do that, he'll replace the old ones with new ones.
Maybe.
That's a good point. I would probably, right?
Yeah, I would probably say so. If you look in that Captain Spaulding's museum, there's a lot of monster shit in there.
Oh, yeah.
They can get creative. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, let's go back to Captain Spaulding's joint because two police officers show up. It's Wydell and Walter Goggins, who is Steve Nash.
I like to call him just the king of the Western because like he's in like everything Western.
Yeah, he's also Steve Nash.
He's also Steve
the
Nash.
Canadian basketball player. Even though his Nash is spelled Naish.
Oh.
So I thought it was Nash, but
No.
it's not. It's Nash because they do call him Nash. So Spaulding tells the cops he wrote the kids a map, how to get to the old farmhouse. The cops ask for a copy of the map. They are very confrontational in this scene at first, where Spaulding's like, I don't know, and stuff like that. But he does eventually give them the information. He does this thing where he kind of like you say, he just like scratches his face and just doesn't care.
He tries to troll. He tries to
Yeah.
play dumb with the cops. It's pretty funny, actually. He's a great character.
He's also
He
wearing
really
a
is.
pig shirt with like a cop hat on it as they
Dude,
walk in.
I don't know how, probably like a little bit of a fucking plot hole or like a reach here.
Yeah.
I don't know how you want to describe it. Like the timeliness of what this is. The cops come. He comes out of the room with a shirt that just basically rips cops.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm assuming he knew that they would investigate. He's working with that family, and maybe this happens often. But it doesn't seem like the cops ever have really talked to Spaulding before, so maybe it doesn't happen. And this is just...
I think they know each other,
Right.
though. They seem just like very familiar with each other.
I don't know.
I don't know, it's tough to say.
Yeah,
it just seems like a small town and there's a bunch of missing kids. So I feel like they would have gone around in general. So I think they're all super familiar with like the weird clown guy that has the murder museum.
I mean, I don't think it's an unpopular destination, seeing it's on the side of the road and he does a lot of advertising.
Yeah.
So I mean, he has to get like visitors.
Oh, for sure. The people are flocking for that fried chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Whether that's
Like
the
me.
Monster ride, the fried chicken, or the gasoline.
All of it. All right. So we're back at the house, and Denise is tied up in Alice in Wonderland dress.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally.
Yeah.
The vibe I got.
The
Yeah.
creepiest doll dress of all time.
Yeah.
That's like your nightmare because then you realize they had to change her to get her in that dress.
yikes.
This family also is listed online as like a family of cannibals and necrophiliacs.
Yeah, like the vibe I got was totally like Leatherface family.
Well,
like,
yeah,
100%.
they're definitely necrophiliacs because I'm pretty sure in Devil's Rejects, like the movie opens with Otis waking up with like the corpse of a woman in his bed.
And I know that I was telling you this, and you know this already. Like just like in horror stardom, like Bill Moseley as Otis Driftwood is like iconic.
Yeah, it has to all be his work in Devil's Rejects is so good.
Yeah,
like
that's why.
I can't wait
to watch it.
We're in Tiny's room with, like I said, Denise tied up. He brings her some Agatha Crispies. She doesn't want any.
Bro, like I was saying, this is the kind of cereal that I'm sure they would sell at FYE. Like I need to get my hands on some Agatha Crispies.
I wonder if someone was just an Agatha Christie fan
She's
and
a
just
fucking-
did that for fun.
I don't know if you ever read her like mystery stuff. Like she's so fucking good.
Dude, I own all of them. That's
Yeah,
my
she's
favorite
amazing.
mystery writer.
I liked her episode in Doctor Who. Tiny unties her. Like, she's like, can you untie me? And Tiny's like, okay.
Yeah,
You know why she left? She left because she didn't have that fried chicken with a side of gasoline. That's why she left.
She was Tiny eating dog food.
No, it's the Agatha Crispies.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
In a
He's-
dog bowl.
In a dog,
dog food
bowl.
bowl, yes.
Correct. Yeah. It had Tiny on there. I think on the dog bowl.
It did.
I could be mistaken. And Tiny was a character. I'm like, okay, so this is like the apex of this movie. The guy that's just gonna be like, He's creepy looking. He's misunderstood, but he's gonna help at some point. Nope, he is what he is.
He helped though. He did untie her.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he just untied her just because he's kind of like, I feel like he just does whatever he's directed to do.
Yeah,
Because that's just like what he is. He's just like a dullard.
Yeah. Because as soon as she gets untied and she's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, she starts to walk upstairs, but Otis comes, throws her in a cage, and I don't know who the fuck these three people are, but they jump on her in the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are not the cheerleaders, right?
No,
I don't think
these
so.
are men.
So either.
They were men.
Oh, they were men?
Yeah. And I love that Otis
I
literally.
don't know what they were. It was so quick.
Maybe these are more of the Dr. Satan experience.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Like, literally, Otis turns around and looks at Tiny, and Tiny just shrugs his shoulders, like, I'll let her go for fun.
He's just like, whatever.
He's just let me eat my Agatha Crispies in peace.
Yeah.
Cut to Jerry, who is tied to a chair in Baby's room. Baby walks in. Baby walks in a cheerleader outfit.
Really in the mood to give him a haircut.
Yes.
In case you didn't notice, that is the cheerleader's outfit from one of the missing cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah, that's what I figured. She starts asking him some questions. She's like, what number am I thinking of? He doesn't answer, so she cuts off his hair. Then she's like, guess my favorite movie star, or you're fucked.
You're fucked, bro.
Fucked.
He's like, I don't know. She's like, name my favorite actress. Marilyn Monroe. She's like, no, it's Betty Davis. I love me some Betty Davis eyes.
Who doesn't? Great
Oh
song.
my God, yeah.
So she starts to scalp him. That's the moral.
His head
That's a good one.
is
like
getting scraped off by Baby.
Yeah, you see, like, actually, like, the skin just coming off with all the blood. It's gross.
I'll
It's
be
pretty
honest, in this scene, it looks more brutal than it is when you see him later on.
gross. 100%.
Like, it looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
it looks like she just in the scenes later on. It looks like he's just hair is shaved, but when you're watching it, it looks like he's legitimately
Like, you can see his
scalp is-
brain. Yeah.
like his scalp is coming off.
Oh.
So continuity is
Yeah.
fucked between those two. scenes.
I completely agree. So we cut to the cops now who find the kid's car and they see it's smashed. They're like, oh my God, who would want to do this to these kids? They open the trunk and they find one of the 5 dead cheerleaders in the trunk. And carved into her skin is treat or trick.
Yep,
Little reversal there.
it's carved into like her stomach.
Yeah, stomach into her thigh, I think
into
it
her
is.
thigh, yeah.
So they know something's wrong.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, well, this is probably their car, and there's a dead cheerleader in it, so we're on the right track.
They're like, great job, guys. Good job finding this.
So now the 2 cops and the dad go to the farmhouse. They actually go to where these murders are taking place. The main cop, I think it's Wydell, he goes to the front while Dad and Walter Goggins go around back.
Yep.
And Walter Goggins, he goes off on this thing about how he's afraid of dogs. He was bit by a Cocker Spaniel when he was 8. But then he also... Wait, so does he say 8 years ago, or does he say I was bit by a Cocker Spaniel when I was 8?
His ex-girlfriends, I think.
But that's why I'm asking this question, because then in the next scene with him, he's like, yeah, the Cocker Spaniel was my ex-girlfriend's. So he had an ex-girlfriend at 8. The guy's a player.
Just becomes the most useless character in this whole movie.
Oh, he's in the worst scene of the entire movie, because the scene is about being realistic, 50 seconds long.
Yep.
It just drags.
I don't understand what the cinematic style was supposed to be for that one scene, but yep, that's a scene.
All right, we'll get to it. All right, so Wydell's talking to Mama Firefly at the front house. She's like being very seductive with him,
Flirty, the whole thing, yeah.
which she's just gross.
And he's enjoying it.
I'm into it.
Are you?
Mm.
I mean, if she wasn't just so dirty.
I'll be honest with you, dude. My taste of women is very different than normal people. I'm into like this whole like white trash look.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're just into it completely.
it's kind of.
No, hey, that's your thing, man.
We could only have hoped that she would have seduced the cop more.
Yeah, no, she had other things in mind,
Yeah.
like blowing his fucking brains out.
Yes, because one thing I guess I should point out is like they knew the cops were coming. They had seen them before they rang the doorbell. So Otis had given Mama Firefly a gun already. So she is prepared for whatever comes next.
And like all these things are happening simultaneously, and then like you start to see like something like a slow motion shot of what happens in both of these stories.
Yes. So Walter Goggins and the dad, they find this shed, a shed that Jen alluded to very early in the review. When they open the shed, we see the 4 remaining cheerleaders. 3 of them are dead, and 1 is like chained up in the center.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And it's like done in slow motion because in the very next shot, lead detective and Mama Firefly, she just shoots him in the fucking head.
Yeah. Actually, I think she shoots him in the neck, right?
Oh, it's in the neck?
It looks like it goes like right through his neck.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, she wants to use that head later.
She fucking blows him away, though.
Yeah. We then cut back, like Brian said, it's going to keep going back and forth. The dad, like, turns around and starts running and gets shot twice in the back by Otis and then falls face first into a puddle.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. No, okay, in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
There's no rain, like, anywhere else on the ground except one giant puddle.
I'm like, dude, there's no other water around there. She's like, I don't really care that you die. Just don't die and be wet. Okay, you're wet now.
Yeah,
You're wet.
he might not. It looked like he just laid in it. So if he didn't die right away, he actually might have just drowned.
Yeah, we gotta check with the coroner to see the cause of death on that.
Yeah. Let's find out. Okay, so let's get into the best scene in the movie. Brian, describe it. Go.
The best scene of the movie?
Yeah, it's right now. Walter Goggins. What's happening?
Oh my God.
This scene takes forever.
Yep.
This is the best scene in the movie, and by best scene is that okay. So Otis Driftwood has Walton Goggins. I don't even know the character's name.
Okay,
Detective.
It's Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
Nash?
It's Nash.
Knees on the ground with a
Execution
pistol,
style.
a pistol pointed at his head, and the camera kind of like pans out, and you are waiting at him to shoot him in the head for approximately 50 seconds?
Yeah, it seems like it. It's that long.
And it's so long, you actually think that your computer screen or wherever you're watching it, your TV, your phone, wherever you're watching it, is frozen. I thought multiple times my thing was frozen. So I looked. I'm like, okay, no, it's not frozen. And then I checked again. It's not frozen. I'm like, dude, this is fucking insane. Like, what kind of cinematic style is this, Rob? And then he eventually shoots him in the head. It takes forever.
And it's not even this big, bloody, spectacular. You just see the dirt move.
There's no fucking blood at all. You don't see brains get blown away. You just see him get shot. You just see like the dirt just like kind of like plume a little bit in the air, and he falls to the ground. That's it. There's literally no blood.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just a poorly shot scene, or just a poor decision, in my opinion. I don't get it.
That's really funny that you say that, because the original, I was looking up, like, since this was his directorial debut, he had, like, you know, the script went through a lot of like go rounds. The original script was so much more bloody. Would you have preferred that?
Yes. For this
Okay.
style of movie, yes, people are getting flayed in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, this
Yeah.
movie's pretty fucking gruesome for psychopaths, and for someone to just get shot without blood is just so out of place.
Yeah, it's out of place for the style of movie. Okay, so now we cut to a throwaway scene. Baby and RJ are buying liquor at Red Hot Pussy Liquors.
Yeah.
Goober is the guy.
He's like, it's not Goober, it's G-Ober. He's like, this is some new guy, just put an extra O in there to fuck with me.
My name is Jerry Goober. And then Baby's just like, well, thanks, Goober.
This scene is really just to show you what Baby's ass looks like.
Yes. Oh, she is wearing jeans that don't have...
Cool, assless chaps.
Yeah.
They're like assless chaps. She's like wearing assless jeans.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's assless jeans.
I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah,
We need more assless jeans in life. Shane.
Yes. I'm liking where this is going already.
Me wearing assless jeans?
No, actually, I was gonna say, Shane, I know what to get Brian for his birthday.
Oh, me in the
Ooh,
assless
I like
jeans.
that.
Shane, we have to plan this.
I'm down. I know Brian's down to wear it, too.
Yeah, I usually.
Yeah, definitely. Wear assless chaps during our upcoming slap fight.
Oh, no, I'm already wearing short, tight jeans for that. Like,
Well, that was one of the stipulations for the Shane and Tim slap fight that's going to be happening, is that they have to wear cut off jean shorts.
yeah, very tight, very revealing. So it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, you better reveal them after your gray sweatpants, so we get like a nice curvature.
Yeah, my gray sweatpants are pretty revealing too.
There you go.
I might just cut a hole in the ass of my gray sweatpants and have assless sweatpants.
But you have to have like the line going down like the middle still. You have to have the seam.
Yeah, Brian, help me cut that out.
Sure.
That'll be our next side project. So we have a lot of side projects here. It's how many pairs of my clothes can I make assless, and can I get members in a posse to slap fight Tim? I'm looking for members to join my posse when I slap fight Tim.
Oh man, let's make it more clear. So it's been announced that Shane will be slap fighting Tim in a park in April. Tim obviously is one of our reoccurring guest on this show. So he's also my brother, feller from another cellar. And they're gonna be slap fighting, and obviously shirtless. This is something they've done twice. Shane has been the victor the first 2 times, and Tim is looking for revenge. There's a lot on the line here.
Tim is showing up with the posse of raccoons.
Yeah, a lot of bravado. Tim will be bringing a posse. Shane needs a posse, though.
I do. So if you want to be in my posse, please contact me and let me know. You can let us know at our Instagram page, The Final Pod Ever.
True.
Or, any other way you know how to get in touch with me. We're looking for a ring girl.
We need a ring girl.
We need someone attractive that would wear minimal clothing and knows how to turn while holding a numbered sign.
Yeah, and you're going to really be holding max 3 numbered signs because there's going to be 3 3-minute rounds.
Yes,
We
that's what we agreed on.
will feed you.
Yeah, the only thing we're taking all resumes, and the main things you got to be able to walk in potentially heels. You got to be hot, at least somewhat attractive.
At least a 9 out of 10.
9. I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll be open to all candidates, but this is just kind of like what we're looking for, the demographic that we're looking for our ring girl.
Yeah, we're just being realistic.
You will be paid in, we'll pay you per hour, but
In food, in McDonald's fries.
Exactly. So we were thinking seasoned meats.
Yes, lots of seasoned meats.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
Ooh, we need a nice cured meat in here. That's what we need.
So like the way we're gonna do is we're gonna have a party. I already have the plan. I have it everything. Now wheels are really fucking turning. Because we always did the first 2 slap fights were at a party, right?
Yeah.
Debauchery fest.
Okay.
Debauchery fest into the slap fight.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And if you have missed our episode that previously, I don't remember where we actually announced Debauchery Fest, but Debauchery Fest is going to be a yearly party that we throw where we kind of dress up and have a good time. It's definitely horror themed, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like Debauchery Fest, we've been talking about it scattered throughout many episodes, but it definitely was born after watching Night of the Demons.
I think it was.
Yeah. So we're going to be definitely running a Debauchery Fest into the slap fight. So we're good and drunk. We can't really disclose locations. It's more or less just get in touch with us and we will get back to you on the details.
Exactly. You'll know about it.
Yeah,
You just have to ask.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And all the dregs that you see on this podcast are going to be there because it's Debauchery Fest.
As long as you know the password, you'll be fine.
I don't know the password.
We'll tell you.
Okay.
I mean,
We'll discuss it later. We'll just have the password
you're
later.
literally the main event, Shane.
I am in the main event. They do call me Shane, the main event. Smith.
All you have to do is wear assless chaps and you'll be fine.
I'm ready. Speaking of being ready, Otis is getting ready for his big night tonight because he is carving up Daddy, and he's going to wear his skin.
He is wearing Denise's father's skin, his face, and even his chest.
Which has tattoos.
And we get to see the body skinned.
And he walks into this room, right, with this mobile, which is like, it's 3 bodies kind of spinning, and it is Jerry
and Denise and Mary. And they're wearing the rabbit onesie from A Christmas Story.
Very true. Little rabbits. And he goes up to them. He pretty sure he kisses Denise.
Yeah.
With his father's skin, which is super fucking sad.
You actually see the tongue stick out of the father's mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
That is so gross.
From here on out, the movie just gets fucking bizarre.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do. Debauchery Fest. For the first time ever, April 2022, the final podcast presents one entire day of debauchery. An all-day party from sun up to sundown where the cretins of society get wrecked. You've never experienced debauchery before until you come to where debauchery lives. Join your hosts, Brian, Shane, and Jen for an absolutely revolting exploration of what it's like to be a denigrate of society for an entire day. With deadly activities such as log flume, corn maze spelled with a K, grammar wars, McGillicuddy's wood toss, guess your age and weight, murder mystery murder, where'd you put the Toblerone, and a Shane versus Tim slap fight. And live performances from your favorite artists, the Stink Bug Shuffle, Gary, did you wash my car last week? The Ghoul Troop, Green Knuckle Material, DeBogan, My Ties, Not My Thighs, Friday the 12th, Manslaughter,
Trevor Cole and the hollow murmurs from a shed in the back of the 200-acre yard where Vicky Farmer Gucci is getting her twat busted by who she thinks is her varsity jacket-wearing boyfriend, but is really that stinky thug T-string from the band Just Claus. Just Claus. That's the last time I lent you my fly swatter and leaky faucet.
And if you want to be a part of this all-day festival, please get into contact with the host of the final podcast for more event details. Experience pain, experience pleasure, experience 24 hours of sitting around and staring at people you don't know and having an incredibly uncomfortable time questioning your reality and ability to believe yourself that you could ever have fun ever again. Come to Debauchery Fest. You might die of fun. Back to this shitty Rob Zombie movie.
Otis says it's true. The boogeyman is real and you found him. This taunt them, and then they say, you want to see Dr. Satan, so let's meet him. They bring the 3 survivors out into the woods, and they bring them into this like area where there's a coffin that they can lower into the ground.
Yes. So they're just stringing them along, and they're putting them in these coffins, and they're lowering them in there into what appears to be like an underground. It looks wet too.
It's very wet. It's very wet down there.
Cavernous. They're going down there.
Yeah. So RJ picks up Jerry over his head and literally just slams him into the coffin.
Yep. It's actually kind of hilarious.
Yes. Then Mary takes off and baby chases her
through a graveyard of, it looks like picket crosses.
Yes. Run, Rabby. Run, Rabby.
And this is baby just being an absolute psychopath and stabbing her mercilessly.
Yeah. She stabs Mary probably like 6 times. Never has a noise been more appropriate than that.
Yeah.
Which seems fitting that she was the one to stab her.
Oh, definitely, because she had already threatened to cut her tits off earlier in the movie.
Yeah, they had like a little feud. She was like messing around, trying to mess around for Bill.
Yeah. And you don't try to steal Rainn Wilson away from someone.
No, you don't. He's a real catch.
He really is. He's a great salesman. All right, so we're back at the coffins. They now throw Denise in with Jerry, and they lower them into the ground. Here, they start to play this, like, demonic chanting music.
Like low demonic chanting. It's weird.
All right, so now this is where, Jen, maybe you can help me and Brian.
Okay.
Does this turn into a supernatural movie all of a sudden?
I'm going to say no. I get what you're going at, and that part immediately confused me as well.
Okay.
But, I honestly just think those are also Dr. Satan's test subjects, because reading about like that whole section, like we mentioned earlier, the Firefly family is just a front for Dr. Satan. And he's pretty much, since they quote unquote hung him and his body disappeared like literally the next day, according to Rob Zombie, he had been living in the catacombs of this village, just underground. So I was just assuming that everyone down there is a product of Dr. Satan continuing his experiments. And yes, they could also be fish people. Maybe he's making fish people. We don't know, but it's whatever his imagination desires at this point.
I agree that they're definitely experiments, but Dr. Satan himself, you're going to get a good look at this guy. I don't know, man. Something's up with him.
He has
it doesn't
a gorgeous
look natural.
looker. He has a gorgeous looker. That's all he's got.
That's why it's like, it just like it all seems like they're reanimated corpses down here.
Yep.
It feels like they're reanimated, and it feels like he's sustaining life through them somehow. Like, dude, how is this guy still fucking alive?
It's very strange. So these corpses come out of the water. They break open the coffin and they steal Jerry.
And clearly also half this town knows about him, because half the town is like all these back town people are sending him experiments. And then the rest of the town is just getting fucked with.
So Jerry's been kidnapped. Denise is now roaming. And she meets up with an old man who also looks like he's in a bunny costume.
Yeah, he just doesn't make even like a gesture towards her. He just keeps like a straight face.
And then another man shows up behind her. And they rip off her bunny costume to reveal she is still in her doll dress.
Yep, doll dress under the bunny costume. And I really don't know what the purpose of the old guy was. He just looks like another guy that was there because he's in the bunny costume. But he also assisted in her getting kind of reassaulted by
another man.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah, it was really weird that they really just wanted her bunny costume.
Because they don't hurt her. They
No.
just take the bunny costume and leave.
He wanted a bunny costume.
He was really jealous. It really like flatters your hips.
Yeah.
So Denise is now roaming around and she's looking for Jerry, but she comes across now like what I could only call skeleton hallway.
Yeah, to me, this looked like, how do you describe this? She's like entering the Bone Chapel.
Yes. It's perfect.
No,
what it is.
That's what it reminded me of. Like, and you see, like Shane said, like you see bones of various discolorations scattered throughout the walls. It's kind of somewhat lit up.
This reminded me of another movie, and I have no idea what movie.
It's a super like lit up for being underground. So obviously, like someone's using this, and then you see what it's being used for.
Yeah. Also cut a couple of times now to above ground where the Firefly family is burning Mary's body in like a ritual.
Yeah, you do see like Otis. He comes in and he looks.
He looks like he's in Lords of Salem.
He does. It's
Can
true.
I ask you real quick? Two things. First one, I didn't fully remember how this movie ended because it had been a while since I'd seen it. Did you guys have an idea who the final person would be at this point in the movie? Or
Like-
before, like when
No.
they were on the bunny costumes?
No. I never knew who the final girl or guy was going to be.
I thought the main character was fucking Bill.
Yeah, and he's the first to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I didn't know.
Okay, second question. At this point in the movie, which character death would you have preferred in their situation? It like for yourself.
Oh, Mary's.
Oh, getting stabbed,
Well, you got to think Bill was actually tortured.
and so it's technically
Jerry.
Denise.
Jerry's like gonna be continuously tortured. I'm assuming whoever makes it to Dr. Satan gets
No.
tortured.
And that's why Denise's is probably miserable too.
No, everybody is tortured besides Mary. So
If we're not counting the main four, I'll take Walter Goggins' death.
yeah, he took the shot in the head. Yeah, sure, 100% is the best death in the movie. Well, not the best death in the movie, but the best way to go.
the most
Yeah.
preferred death by anyone.
It's so quick. But no, yeah, if we're just going off the main four, without a doubt, Mary. Yeah, granted, getting stabbed 6 times in the chest is going to suck, but it's much better than how any of the other guys go.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, then they just burn your body. At least I'm not fucking fish boy now in Otis's room for eternity.
Yeah, that's a great point. He basically
Very
becomes
good point.
a part of the family in death. So like Mary's body's being lit aflame as a part of this ritual. Otis Driftwood is this black and white looking Lords of Salem creature.
Yeah.
He looks something like we've seen at a Slipknot concert.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you take a picture with that guy?
No, but that guy was awesome.
Yeah. He was really cool.
Super cool, dude.
Really committed to the cause.
Yep.
Then we cut back downstairs, and Denise finally goes into Dr. Satan's chambers. She sees a bunch of people there sitting in chairs watching static TV that look like they've been operated on.
Yeah.
And she sees Dr. Satan performing open brain surgery on an awake Jerry.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Obviously being startled at this is her man. Also, Dr. Satan is also accompanied by, you'll know him as
Earl?
Earl Firefly. Yeah.
Yes. So we see the father of the Firefly family, this red gelatin monster.
Literally red gelatin monster. And this is where I was like, I sort of like understood where you were going with the whole supernatural thing. Cause I don't know how these guys sustain life if this guy's super fucking old.
Yeah, because he breathes through this like blue velvet gas mask, and when he takes the blue velvet gas mask off, legitimate pus falls out of his mouth.
It's pretty dope, actually.
It's disgusting. It's very it's disgusting, which is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. And you see Dr. Satan, right? And he literally looks like Sally's father from Nightmare Before Christmas. You ever see that?
Wow, yes.
Like that's what he reminded me of, except he's being held up by like this weird apparatus. And he's like
The mad scientist, yeah.
Yes, he's like a marionette almost.
Yeah, he looks like a fucking marionette. It's very strange.
It's
Very
super creepy looking.
Yeah, for sure.
She sees this, and then Earl, the father of the Firefly, who he tried to burn tiny, chases her with an axe. He swings and misses a lot.
He swings and misses. He does not have very good aim.
They do kind of show a POV of what he sees, and it's almost like he's the goddamn Terminator.
Yeah, like I was getting a lot of like like we've seen so many like really shitty horror movies. It just reminded me of like a combination of all of them.
Yeah.
And I think you know where I'm going with it, so I'm not gonna even go down that road. But like he's just swinging down in these catacombs willy nilly, and she like hides behind like I guess like this. It's called a column, I guess.
Yeah.
In cave talk, but it's when a stalactite and a stalagmite meet, and like he smacks it, and
Cave in.
there's a cave in that kind of separates them, and she sees that his body is technically under the rubble.
Mm-hmm. So she decides to climb up, and she comes out from underneath the dirt grass.
It's weird looking patch dirt grass.
Can I just say both of these scenes annoyed the shit out of me?
I explained because they weren't great scenes. So
Yeah.
it's curious to hear.
Well, because you see the beam hit him, and I was like, he just went pretty much through those huge doors, and the beam took him out? Okay. All right.
That's the thing. And this is why I agree with you. Because when they show him actually covered in rubble, it's not how it would actually look based on what you see originally.
Yeah.
No, and he just like gets hit like in the head with it, which to him like you'd think would be nothing. And then she climbs out of the ground zombie style through like all this hay, and I'm like, okay, so if it was that easy for her to climb out of it, the entire ground should just cave in when she sits on top of it.
Yeah, like
Yeah, you're probably right.
everything fall back in. Yeah, especially if it's unstable.
Those are two very, very legit complaints about those.
Those are my two qualms.
You're right. I'm shocked that she's even the final girl. I feel like just because they were making her make those early phone calls with the father, that's a story that really felt like was kind of empty.
Yeah.
I do like though that there actually is no final person in this movie.
No, there isn't.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Me too.
What's going to happen is she's going to do some walking, and you're going to see our good friend Captain Spaulding driving down the road.
In the coolest fucking car.
Movie comes up now.
Yeah, this is an insane plot hole that fucking blew our minds.
Yes. So Captain Spaulding pulls up to this girl in a convertible. No top.
Open.
Everything is completely open to see.
She's like, okay, I'll get in the front seat.
Wait, and not to mention, you can see the whole back seat.
Yes, you can.
You can see the back. Let's just start with that preface that there is no top to this car, and you can see the entire back seat.
Yep. She gets in the car. They start driving. She's like, bring me to a doctor. Spaulding's like, okay, I'll bring you to a doctor. And then Otis is in the back seat. What am I fucking watching, Camp Blood?
Yeah, seriously. Otis is in the back seat, gets up Undertaker style, and it looks like he doesn't actually strike because the editor decided to get really crafty. And by crafty, I mean he kind of just pauses it before he hits her with the fucking knife or axe or whatever he had.
Yep.
And then there's like a quick like cut to her waking up in the lab of Dr. Satan, and it's like another red filter just because like we're in red filter hell. And the movie just kind of ends there.
Yep.
She's going to get tortured. So that's that. That's the House of a Thousand Corpses. That's it.
That's it. So, all right, we are a horror podcast who love horror, and the horror community loves Rob Zombie.
They absolutely adore
this
man.
I have nothing against Rob Zombie, but I'm going to disagree with the love of his movies.
I would say that me and you are probably a little bit more untraditional in the horror movies that we like versus other people, though.
I can agree with that. So let's go into reviews. I'll start us off as I normally do. I'm going to give this movie, honestly, a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's, like I said, it's average. It has a lot of problems. Like, the filters are stupid. We could talk about that the whole time. I just don't understand why that choice was made to have so many different filters like this. Just the stupid things with, like, we just talked about the car, the pillar falling down, like, it just kind of make no sense. The continuity with his head getting scalped and then it just having a bad haircut the next scene. Some of the dialogue is weird, but I don't take away from it because that's the whole point of this movie. It's supposed to be like very weird, unsettling dialogue. And that's why this movie I don't give a lower rating is because I do think basically everyone in the movie does a pretty good job. Like, besides Chris Hardwick. He's fucking atrocious.
He's always going to be bad, though. Like, I don't get the Chris Hardwick casting ever.
Yeah.
Which one was Chris Hardwick?
Jerry.
Oh, he's annoying.
Yeah. He's supposed to be the goofball, but he's not funny.
He's not.
Yeah. Bill was fine. I liked Rainn Wilson as Bill. The two girls were fine. Obviously, Sherry Moon Zombie was good. Mama Firefly.
Karen Black.
She's good. Otis is good. Tiny's good. I mean, even Grandpa.
Yeah, I actually like Grandpa a lot.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And then I will mention the best character of the whole movie, which Jen agrees. I'm sure Brian does too. Captain Spaulding. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's just like, as a whole, though, I feel like it's enjoyable to watch, but it's not good. The scene that just drags on forever with like the execution and like it's just not cohesive with all the jump cuts into like showing like Sherry Moon Zombie doing something and then you cut to another scene, or Otis doing something and cutting back. It's just, I don't know. It's not for me, but it's not terrible. So 5 out of 10. Shoot it to you, Bri.
Do you consider Captain Spaulding as a harbinger?
No, because I consider him part of the family.
He is part of the family. A lot of times the harbinger is a part of it.
That's a good point too.
So I was just trying to like, are they like one and the same, or like can you differentiate them? Like him still be the harbinger and also be a part of.
You know what? He can be the harbinger because I feel like Jen said very early in the review, if they didn't push so hard to find out about it, they could have just drove off and been on their way without ever going there and being killed.
Like he sent them to them. So
1000%, because I don't really feel like he advertises a lot. We mentioned that. Like he had a commercial on TV for his place. So I don't think he can just send every single person willy-nilly to go and die by this family, or like people would be looking into it a lot more.
Because the alibi is like they're looking for it already. So it's kind of makes sense. Yeah. No, I was going to say, because if we're considering a harbinger, he's one of the coolest harbingers like in a movie.
Yeah.
Only because like he's super funny. He's super non-traditional. Makes a lot of jokes, kind of scares them, but also reels back with some humor. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
He does send them on their way to eventually get killed, and then comes back at the end of the movie to make sure that they wrap up the final girl, to make her not a final girl. No, like I really love his character. This movie to me had like one amazing character, which was him. I like Otis a lot. And I also really like Mama Firefly, Baby, and the father, Hugo. They were really funny. All these other small characters like RJ and Tiny were pretty good thrown in. Playing this like Texas Chainsaw super like crazy psychotic serial killer family. I do like that concept in general because it's super scary, and then being eccentric and have their own way of living. The movie is just trifled with plot holes that you explained, so I'm not going to even get into them. It's an entertaining movie. It's just not a movie that you're looking at to be like, okay, am I watching something good, or am I going to watch something that's just to pass time so I could be entertained? With that being said, this is crazily enough Rob Zombie's second or third best movie, probably. I also give this movie a 5 out of 10. I had it as a 6, but I did tick it down just based on how so many of the things in this movie just absolutely make no sense to me. But besides that, I did like enjoy watching the movie for the most part, and I would watch it again for sure. So 5 out of 10.
I think I'm going to give this movie, I'm going to stick with a high 6 out of 10 because I do agree with you. There was a lot of continuity issues, and we talked about the general issues with some plot holes and stuff. But like I said at the beginning, I really enjoyed this movie for whatever reason, probably because of the nostalgia it has for me. This is a movie I watched very early on when I started first getting into horror, and it really held up. I still very much enjoyed the movie, and it's definitely what got me into watching more gorier content as far as horror movies in general. I feel like this movie definitely introduced me to the more gorier content of horror movies, and then I just kind of took off from there. And I still enjoyed watching it just as much as the first time, with the exceptions of me being ever so slightly annoyed at a lot of those ending parts. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna give it a high 6. That brings us to the part of the podcast, gentlemen, where we will nominate any of these characters, deceased, dead, tortured, into our Necronomicon. And who knows, like, we could add Dr. Satan to the Necronomicon. He might find that he likes it in the Jin's lamp, especially if, he finds a leprechaun in there and there's the tortured souls of Horizon. He might find that he adapts really well to our Necronomicon. So which of these characters would you like to volunteer to be operated on by Dr. Satan for the rest of their lives?
Jerry.
Is he dead, though?
I thought he died at the...
Yeah, don't they rip him apart?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
I think the last time you see him, he is closing his eyes. So I assume that is him dying.
If I'm not mistaken, he was dropped down and those things down there ripped him to shreds.
Well, no, because even when you cut to him being operated on by Dr. Satan, his stomach is open his head is open.
I forgot.
Okay, duly noted.
He's taken away down there, and then they rip him. That's right. He's getting That's true.
I took him as he was dead, like, right?
I'll take that.
My secondary was Fish Boy.
Yeah, that's my choice.
Those
That's
are really good choices.
kind of sick. So that was my choice.
So I'd be fine with either of those two. So Brian, you're going with Fish Boy. Jen,
Those are really good choices. Ooh. Give me a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna go with Fish Boy.
Fish Boy it is.
Great. Are you sure, Shane, you don't want to change your answer to Walton Goggins' character?
I am 100% positive.
Fish Boy, baby.
All right.
What's his name again?
Bill.
Bill. Okay.
Bill
Lumbar?
Hudley.
Hater?
All right, Shaney boy, do you have a eulogy prepared for our beloved Fish Boy?
Okay. Bill Hudley, a.k.a. the Fish Boy. You and your group of friends were going on a sales call. You had drove all the way from Scranton, Pennsylvania to go to Texas to try to sell some paper to Captain Spaulding. Sadly, he didn't want any paper.
No.
But he knew a man who needed paper. A man by the name of Dr. Satan. But Bill, you never got to see Dr. Satan because you were a salesman and first wanted to sell your paper to both Otis and Baby. Too bad they used their paper to just smear blood on. And they cut your hand off and just smeared all of that sweet, sweet blood on that paper. And now I'm just rambling about paper. I might just put this in a Jin's lamp.
Oh my God. I see what you're doing here with the paper thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of paper. It's under Mifflin.
Too much paper.
Yeah.
You're in the Necronomicon. So, with all that said, the review's done. The Necronomicon necronomicized. Next week, we are talking about the movie Teeth.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Getting ready for
Yikes.
Teeth.
I've seen this movie once when it first came out, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah,
I've never
same.
seen it. And we have a
Really?
special guest coming on too. We have Scott Huckey coming on because we always invite him on for the weird shit. So I'm super
Yeah.
excited to
Yeah.
get this one kicked off.
Yeah, he's our weird shit guy.
Yep.
So, with all that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week when we figure out how many women have teeth in their vaginas.
Quick plug for us. Please don't forget to check us out on Instagram at The Final Podcast, on Twitter at The Final Pod Ever, and Facebook at The Final Pod Ever. Also, please don't forget to give us that 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week.
Cocksucker.